Hi Hamza, just a couple of notes from your lesson Saturday. First of all, we just worked on your posture a little bit. You can see the angle of the shaft here is a little bit different to the correct posture. If your posture is correct, the shaft, if I extended the shaft, would cut through the bottom of your belt. So here you can see your body angles don't look too bad, but if you bend over a little bit more from your back and dropped your hands a little bit, your shaft will also drop over here. If you think then the toe's too much up and it doesn't look right to you, you're going to go and have to go for a club fitment because unfortunately there's nothing I can do to help that the toe being up if I correct your posture. Then the second part is just to get your left hip in line, but I'll show you that from the front view. You can't really see it from this view. And then just the takeaway is your biggest issue still. You're taking the club outside the line, and as you do that, your head falls forward and your left hip drops forward. And that stops you from rotating correctly on the backswing. So if I put that little line there, you can see you're moving right in front of it because your hip's moving forward. Whereas if you're not hitting that fade shot, see at the top of the backswing, Tiger's hip's still a little behind that line, so he's rotating more, and that is just causing this angle here of yours to be too steep. So you're a little steep coming down here. Okay, you just need to be a little bit flatter on the first part of the downswing, but that right hip up or the left hip down at the top of the backswing causes that steepness on the first part of the downswing. And then just if we look at you just from the forward position, just get your video here. Should be one of these. Yep, there we go. So if you just look at the forward position here, you can see if I draw a line on Ernie's left side, you can see his shoulder and his hip are almost in line there. And if I do the same with you, you can see your left hip's a little bit away from that line, so you just need to budge your left hip a little bit forward and up like we did in the lesson. And then from there, it's just again the takeaway would be the biggest issue. So I'm just trying to get rid of this line here. So the takeaway here, you can see your left shoulder in the takeaway position here is still sitting on top of your hip, whereas the better move would be for your left shoulder to move over your right knee like we said, so that you create a little bit of extension here in your back. So because your shoulder is more behind the ball, you should be a little bit more right loaded. So in this position here, Ernie's really got his weight nicely into his right hand side, whereas you kind of get stuck into that position there. So you can see you're very much still in your left side, and because of that first position, that move of your hips is, or that first position of your arms moving out and your hip moving down, your hips are very much tilted, whereas Ernie's hips are a little bit flatter. And then once again, that unfortunately causes that steepness, that first bit of steepness in the downswing, whereas level hips will cause the arms to drop more inside the line and swing more to the target. So I hope it helps. If it doesn't, give me a shout, or you can send me a couple of WhatsApp videos. Otherwise, I'll see you out at the range here at Swartkoop. Thanks, Hamza.